As we continue lesson 3, we're now looking at part 2 of the 3-part series for introduced species into ecoregions. In this particular part, we're focusing on how are they transported? How do they get into these ecoregions? On the first part, we define introduced species and the subcategories. Now we're looking at how to explain they are transported to new environments. Part 3 will then look at the 3 ways that introduced species have contributed to biodiversity loss or threat. Where do they come from? They can come from anywhere in the world, pure and simple. One way, people. They're transported. We have people that travel all over the world for vacations, for holidays, for research, you name it. And they can bring things back with them. Also, natural events. You're looking at the eye of a hurricane, and then the wall that surrounds it with the winds. You have hurricanes running up to close to 200 miles per hour. Some of the monsters, 125 to 200. They carry a lot of things with them. They disperse them for many, many miles. This eye right here is probably 2 to 3 miles across. Give you some scope. Species will end up in new habitats for a number of reasons. In some cases, bring them over here to provide food. Corn never existed in the New World. It came, or the Old World, I'm sorry. It came from the New World. In this case, the green beans were brought here. In this case, I have a sponge hawk moth caterpillar. They were introduced to control the weedy plant that they feed on. So they came to eat that. They were voracious eaters of that leafy spurge. So sometimes they're brought here to solve a problem. Other times they're brought along by other species. Other species can actually eat them, drop them. And as we said before, the backpackers or the hikers or researchers, things get stuck to people's shoes and clothing. They don't know it, and they bring it back. Zebra mussels, they're brought along by cargo ships. They will actually secrete a little concrete cement that they attach themselves to the hulls of ships. And shipping companies spend billions of dollars trying to scrape these guys off. They get in the ballast that keeps the ship stable. When it comes into port, they blow the ballast, and these guys go right out into the water, and they go to the bottom, and they do quite well. So that's the end of this section as to how they are transported.